Hi. Regarding the designs that were presented, for me, it's hard to see the dance floor being memorialized as a fountain. When this is the dance floor that the city asked Rosario Poma to remove because Pulse was not permitted to operate as a nightclub or entertainment venue. It feels like a slap in the face when I saw it, honestly. The aerial perspective makes it look like a community pool and not a memorial. So I don't like that. The rebuilding of the transparent Pulse sign, I think, is a step in the wrong direction, especially when it's so large. It kind of shifts the focus of the memorial away from the victims and to the nightclub business, which was unsafe and rife with code violations and unpermitted renovations, which we all know to be true from the police department's recent report. I won't call it an investigation because it wasn't one. I think preserving the current Pulse sign makes the most sense rather than reconstructing it and making it bigger and better like we're rebranding a business. Is there any place for photos of the 49? The Intermemorial has photos of random people, myself included, and not the 49. So what are the barriers to including photos of the 49? I think that's important. I think it's also important to state in response to what Myra said that people couldn't get out of Pulse. This is documented, some for hours in windowless rooms. And this is why there's animosity towards the building and its previous owners. We can't deny this fact, and I will always counter false statements with documented facts. It wasn't a group of hateful people who took down onePULSE. onePULSE took down itself. They didn't know how to handle their money, and they did a lot of illegal things, which are being investigated. Lastly, I wanted to discuss the survey results you presented, Larry, at the beginning of this meeting. Larry, you said none of the respondents were family members, which is concerning because you spent like 8 months now, and you haven't talked to all the family members. There's none of them to do a survey. In the social sciences, we have something called non-response bias. And if there aren't respondents to a survey, you get this bias. For 370 family members and survivors, you should have like 100 respondents. That's the statistical baseline for that survey to be useful and viable. So I am echoing the concern that Myra raised, which is reach out to the families, get them engaged. We're at the end here. This is the final meeting. We have one more. And you have no feedback from the families, and put that feedback online, the feedback that you do, because you say that you have feedback, you don't show any feedback. So what's the truth? How much have you actually gotten? We would like to know. And I don't think that's a big ask to put that stuff on the website. And that would help, quell these concerns that we all have. Keon brought up an important issue of cost, and this keeps getting brought up and again because we haven't got an answer in the past year. And it should be known that Virginia Beach process, which Larry facilitated, has resulted in a $4.3 million shortfall, well beyond the 10% contingency, delaying construction. We don't want that to happen in Orlando. So let's have real conversations about the costs, and let's be honest with each other about the costs. Also, you told Keon that designers can't do more designs because they're working for free. Well, why don't you pay them out of the money that you're getting? Because you're getting overpaid for what you're doing. So thank you. That's all that I have.